Hey y'all, it's Julie the nursing tutor. I got some I&O problems. It's just 3 of them, and I wanted to work them for y'all. Hopefully this will help you. Okay, so it says at 7 a.m. the patient has a primary IV of 1,000 milliliters of D5W infusing at 50 milliliters an hour. He receives metoclopramide 10 milligrams and 50 milliliters D5W TID, which is 3 times a day, 30 minutes before meals, at 7:30, 11:30, 3:30, and KCL 10 milliequivalents and 50 milliliters of D5W at 9 a.m. And then it gives what he had for breakfast. And then he urinated 250 and he had 310 milliliters of emesis. It says calculate the patient's 8-hour I&O for the 7 to 3 shift. Okay. So he has a primary line started at 7. 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. I know it's 8, but I'm just showing you could count it up. It's going at 50 milliliters an hour per hour for 8 hours. So we're going to do that. 50 times 8 equals, that's 400 milliliters. Okay. He receives a piggyback of 50 milliliters 3 times a day. You see those times? But the only ones we're responsible for are the ones that fell in this 8-hour shift. So that 1730 is 530 if you just subtract 12. So on our shift, he only got 2 of those. So 50 milliliters times 2 is 100. And he gets KCL 10 milliequivalents in 50 milliliters at 9 a.m. That would have fell in there. So I'm going to add plus 50 milliliters. And that's going to be 150 mLs. And I'm going to go on and add the 150 over here. That's going to be 550 milliliters. And it says, for breakfast, the patient took 5 ounces of coffee. He had 8 ounces of milk, and he had a 6-ounce glass of water. So we have to know that 1 ounce equals 30 milliliters. And we got to multiply 30 times each one of those. So 30 times 5 equals 150. 30 times 8 equals 240. And then 30 times 6 equals 180. And then we're going to add these up and add it to that. So that is 150 plus 240 plus 180 equals plus 550 equals. So the total intake is 1120 milliliters. And then it said the patient urinated output is 250 milliliters, and then he had 310 of emesis, 0.65. So 560 milliliters of output and 1120 intake. You see that? I believe you do. Okay. Let's do this next one. The patient is on I&O, and for dinner, the patient took 6 ounces of coffee, 4 ounces of ice cream, and 4 tablespoons. You see tablespoons. You have to know that 1 tablespoon is 15 mLs. And so if we multiply 15 times 4, we'll get 60. So we have to add 60 mLs up here. So let's just do this right quick. 6 ounces times 30 is 240. 4 ounces times 30 is 120. And then plus 60 milliliters. 240 plus 120 plus 60 equals 420. Okay. It says at the end of the shift, the nurse emptied 500 milliliters of urine. And so that'll be his output. The patient has an order for cefzolin 0.5 grams in 50 milliliters of D5W. And it's given at 10-4-10-4. So we have to calculate the 8-hour I&O for the 3 to 11 shift. You see that? So he would have got 1-2 cefzolins during our shift. So 50 times 2 would be 100. And we're going to add 100 to the 420. And that would be 520 intake and 500 output. I know I'm all over the place, but hopefully you're really paying attention. Okay. And then here's the last one. Well, dookie fart. Sorry, y'all. I quit cussing one cuss word at a time, and I'm on the S word, and I say dookie fart. I didn't mean to give you that, but, I mean, it don't matter if you can't come up with the answer. It don't matter if you got the answer. Anyway, go. All right, so the doctor orders 1 liter of normal saline over 10 hours. The nurse starts the liter of IV at 9 a.m. The IV infiltrates at 11, and the nurse restarts it at noon. Ampicillin, 1 gram, 50 milliliters, D5W IV piggyback is given Q12 at 10 and 10. Calculate the IV, the patient's 8-hour parenteral intake for the 7 to 3 shift. So, 1 liter over 10 hours. We got to find out how many milliliters an hour it was going at. So you take your total volume, 1,000, and divide it by the hours, and it was going in at 100 milliliters per hour. So she started it at 9 a.m. So 9 to 10, 10 to 11, because at 11 it infiltrated. So we're going to do, look, I'm going to do times 2, and so we're at 200 milliliters of the IV. So then she restarted it at 12. So 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. It was going at 100 for 3 more hours. So I'm going to add 300, and it'll be 500 milliliters total that he got in 8 hours. I'm just going to do 8 hours right there. And then ampicillin, 1 gram and 50 milliliters is Q12. So from the 7 to 3 shift, he only would have got 1 of those. And so we'll add 150 milliliters, and the total intake parenterally will be 550 milliliters. I hope that helps. We saved him. And look, thank you for watching. And would you please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, follow, share, comment, share. And I'll see you on the next one.